Welcome to the show.
Oh, geez. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Very subtle. Very subtle.
Very subtle.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Want to do a quick pot. Oh, God. Should I go through the news and cues? I feel like there's so many news and cues. All right, let's just do a real. Maybe we'll do no
speed roll. Can you speed scroll?
We're gonna do first. The first thing we're gonna do.
Okay.
So we're gonna go through the predictions that we submitted. These many, however many months ago. I don't remember when it was, but it was before the season started.
Which predictions were those?
The divisions. And the NFC, AFC championships.
Wow, okay.
As well as the Super Bowl.
So long ago.
Yeah, and the T-Boner winner, and the winner of the whole thing. So some people were right, most people were wrong.
The chip.
Yep.
After chip.
That's
I
was trying to link that into like a share time after time thing. I couldn't get there, so I just
Cyndi Lauper.
All right, so. It is Cyndi Lauper. I was thinking of life after love. Do you believe in love?
Oh, believe. Share believe.
It's not believe. No, it's life after love. I think it doesn't matter. All right, NFC East championships. Champions, not championships. Yeah. NFC East champions. 8 people said the Cowboys. It was Steve Almonte. It was me. It was Steve DeSilva. It was Brian. It was Eric, Ian, Josh, and Benny. And then so everyone wrong. All eight wrong. And then we had the Philadelphia Eagles, also wrong. That was Chris. Chris picked the Philadelphia Eagles. And then finally, one person got it right. The Washington football team. That's right. It was Miles. Miles picked the Washington football team to win the NFC East, and how right he was.
Unbelievable.
In an incredible year for the NFC East. NFC North champions. The options, of course, the Vikings, Packers, Lions, and Bears. Nobody picked the Bears, even though they made the playoffs. 5 people picked the Vikings. That was myself, Steve DeSilva, Brian, Eric, and Josh. 1 person picked the Lions. You guessed it, Miles. And finally, 4 people picked the Packers. It was Steve, it was Chris, it was Ian, it was Ben, and that was all of them.
Thank you.
Yeah. Keep track of your score. You have 1 so far.
1. Okay.
Miles has 1. You have 1. Steve and Chris and Ian have 1. I can't count. I can't track all of them. Just count yours, because I feel like you probably got the most. I've been through these once so far. Okay. The NFC West champion, which ended up being the Seahawks. Yes, and then the Rams also got in, but they were the wild card. 5 people picked the Seahawks. It was Chris, it was Brian, it was Eric, it was Josh, and it was Ben. And then the Niners were picked by Almonte, me, Steve DeSilva, and Ian, and then Miles picked the Rams. So Miles could almost get a half a point, but he doesn't because that's not the question.
That's not how it works.
But they made the playoffs, so it wasn't. He was closer than the rest of it.
Yes.
Then we have the NFC South champions. We had 6 people pick the Saints, 3 people picked the Bucks, and 1 person picked the Falcons. The 1 person who picked the Falcons, you guessed it, it was Miles. Then we had 6 people, me, DeSilva, Brian DeSilva, the DeSilva brothers, Ian, Josh, and Benjamin. And then Steve, Almonte, Chris, and Eric all picked the Bucks. And they were
Buccarinos.
Again, not they were wrong, but they weren't full wrong.
Right.
They didn't pick
Agreed
the Falcons.
To which they were wrong.
And then we have the AFC South. 1 person picked the Colts again. No, I thought you guessed him, but you didn't. It was Eric. Eric picked the Colts. 3 people picked the Texans. Steve, Almonte, Chris, and both the Steves and Chris. And then 6 people picked the Titans, and those 6 people were correct. And it was none other than you, Miles, Josh, Ian,
Quattro.
Brian, and me. And then let's see. I think this might be the last one. AFC West champions. Not the second to last one, actually. AFC West champions. Of course, everyone picked the Chiefs. We all get a point for doing that. AFC North champions. Of course, the Ravens, Steelers, Browns, and Bengals. No one was foolish enough to pick the Bengals. But 7 people picked the Ravens, which is correct. Oh, no, it's not correct.
Steelers won.
Steelers won. 2 people picked the Steelers, and those 2 people were Steve DeSilva and Eric, former roommates on a similar wavelength. Then we have the Ravens. It was Almonte, Chris, me, Brian, Ian, Josh, and a rare miss by you. And a half not miss, but mostly miss because of the question. But they made the playoffs anyway. It was the Browns, and it was Miles. Miles predicted that the Browns would win, but they got to the playoffs. So it's
further than
practically-
the champions. So
yeah, there you go. And then the
So
AFC
who really
East,
won?
the heart of our of most of the people in this particular league, other than Josh and yourself, and everybody else is the AFC East babies. And 6 of them picked the Pats. Dumbasses.
Yikes.
Yikes is right. Those 6 include myself, Steve Almonte, Chris, Gloria, Steve DeSilva, Brian DeSilva, and Eric. And the Bills was the rest of you 4 fellas, and it was Ian, Josh, Miles, and Benjamin.
Oh, 6.
So that's
6
6
in the
out of
house.
8. So I believe, yeah, 6 out of
Wow.
8 is that's very
Pretty
impressive. Yeah.
good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Benjamin, that's pretty good. Anyway,
I mean, I'll take it. I'll definitely take it.
then we have the next one is the NFC Championship matchup. I'll just read them out straight out. Steve DeSilva said Cowboys Niners, full wrong. Benny, you said Saints Seahawks, full wrong.
Full wrong, yeah.
Josh said Dallas versus Saints, full wrong. Eric said Cowboys versus Buccaneers, could be half right. We shall see. Very wrong on the first one though. Falcons Rams, Miles, full wrong. But I liked that he was thinking outside the box. Wild card team versus a team that didn't get in the playoffs. That's thinking outside of the box. Bucks versus Cowboys. We had Steve, Almonte. Could be half right. Who knows? Saints versus Niners. That was me. Full wrong. Because of injuries. Injuries to both the Niners, all of their players, and the Saints. Because maybe Drew Brees, if he didn't have 11 broken ribs and a broken shoulder, who knows?
Who knows?
Who could say?
So wait, this is for the conference championship game. Mm-hmm. Okay, so those that chose the Bucks are right.
Well, they're half right.
Half right. Excuse me, because the Bucks did make it.
Right, but yes.
So now the next will determine who actually wins who is the conference champion.
Well, yes.
Yes.
In the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're saying like it could be right. And I was like, well.
Well, it could be half right.
Half
No,
right.
I've only given half rights because nobody's gotten it both right.
no one chose Bucks
no one
Packers.
could possibly be both possibly right. Saints versus Cowboys was Brian. Again, both wrong.
Yep.
And Tampa versus Seattle. Chris picked those. And again,
Hawks, half right.
they got a shot. They got a half shot, not a full shot. AFC Championship matchup, we had Chiefs versus Ravens. 2 people said that. It was Brian and Josh. Then we have Chiefs versus Ravens, but Chief is spelled wrong, and that was Ian. And then we have Chiefs Ravens, which was you. So all of you picked the
Half
same
right. Come
game,
on now.
but yeah. You're all half possibly right.
Right.
Half right. Exactly.
Varying
half
degrees
right,
of submissions, but nonetheless half right.
Then we have Steelers versus Chiefs. That was me, also half right.
Half right.
Chiefs versus Colts. Eric, half right.
Halfy.
Chiefs versus Browns. Miles. Could have been, but it was last week, so it couldn't have been. But wrong. Half wrong.
I mean,
and then
outside
Chiefs
the box,
versus
still.
Texans. Steve Silva. Chiefs versus Texans. Full, not full wrong, but closer to full wrong than anybody else.
It's like the
'Cause not
opposite
even
end of the
playoffs,
spectrum.
you know. And then we have KC versus Ravens. So we all just put it in different ways. But Chiefs versus Ravens. That was Chris.
Did anyone put chefs?
No.
Okay.
No, like I said, it was spelled wrong. It was CHEIFS was Ian. That's how he spelled it. Good luck on your new job, Ian. And then Chiefs versus Patriots was Steve Almonte, perhaps the largest, not in size, but just the largest homer of the whole group. I don't know that Steve has ever picked against the Patriots, and I respect that. Didn't work out great this season, but generally speaking. All right, and then we have the Super Bowl matchup, the final, third to final prediction, because we also have the T-Boner and the championship.
Right.
So Super Bowl matchup, we got Dallas Ravens. I'm just reading it verbatim. That was Josh. Josh is full wrong, 100% full wrong.
Full wrong.
Ravens versus Seattle. Chris, 100% full wrong.
Full wrong.
Chiefs versus Saints. Ian, could be half right.
Yeah.
Who knows? Cowboys versus Chiefs. That's Steve Silva.
Could
and
be.
halfway. It could be half. Rams Chiefs, says Miles. He figures that the Rams beat the Falcons in the NFC Championship game, and they've gone on to face the Chiefs. And again, not right.
Right.
Then we have Ravens versus Saints. That's you. That's a full wrong, my friend.
It's a full wrong.
We have this one here from a Luke. It says Bucks versus Chiefs.
Bucks versus Chiefs?
Possible full right.
Bucks versus
Possible
Chiefs?
full right. And
Wow.
What's really funny is that the NFC Championship didn't have either of those NFC teams. It didn't have the Bucks in it. I wasn't thinking about it. I was just.
Who was yours?
I was just grab bagging, baby, just going one to the next.
So wait, who did you have in the NFC Championship game?
I had hold on. NFC Championship game. I believe I had
the Brady rule in effect.
I had Saints Niners.
So you had the NFC South.
Saints Niners, and then the Bucks just kind of sneak around them and get to the Super Bowl anyway.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Anyway,
just the Euro step around.
Right. So if you just pick all different teams, your odds of being even half right are way higher.
There's no need for a linear path to the chip. No.
Then we got Cowboys Chiefs. That was Eric. Wrong. Okay. Half wrong.
Yep.
Chiefs versus Saints. That was Brian. Half wrong. And Chiefs versus Bucks. Oh, look at this. Another Chiefs versus Bucks. Steve Almonte. Look at that.
Wow.
So, now the question is, did Steve have them also in the AFC Championship game, or the NFC Championship game? I'm just checking it right now. No. Okay. Which one's Almonte? Oh, this is taking. Oh, he had Bucks versus Cowboys. So yeah, no, he actually probably should get more points if that ends up being. And then the Super Bowl champion. 4 people said the Chiefs. It was Steve, both Steves, me, and Brian. Again, Ian spelled Chiefs wrong, so he also picked the Chiefs. 2 people picked the Ravens, Chris and yourself. And Dallas, in parentheses, wishful thinking, none other than Josh. And Chiefs, Miles, but he lowercased the whole thing, so it came up as a different thing.
Too many Chiefs, not enough. Wait, what was the stating? Too many. It was too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. There it is. Boom.
I didn't know that was a phrase.
Yep.
Too many Chiefs. Not
too many. You got too many
yeah.
people in the room trying to make decisions.
Kitchen, perhaps.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that could be another.
That's exactly it.
And then the Cowboys. Eric said, unironically somehow, Eric said the Cowboys. And finally, second to finally, all for the ring champion. The people we predicted who we thought
would win the league.
I'll go from the people who were wrong first.
Okay.
Steve DeSilva voted for Steve DeSilva.
Love
Benny,
it.
you voted for Miles voted for Benny.
Wow.
Miles had some
some high hopes. Appreciate you.
I voted for Ian, and Ian voted for Ian. And Brian voted for Brian. Chris voted for Brian, and you voted for Brian.
Yep.
And 3 people voted for Almonte. It was Almonte. It was
it.
Eric. And it was Josh.
Wow.
Almonte has a strong Uglo following.
Right.
They believe in him. So there you go. There's all our predictions.
Family backing.
And then I think I did all of that. That was in one form, and then the T-Boner was actually in a different form because somebody reminded me that we should have a prediction. So here we are. As we all well know, it was Chris. Chris ended up with the T-Boner.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yep. Enjoy.
And it looks to be. Oh, hold on, it's a pie chart. Too many answers. 5 people thought that Josh would get the T-Boner.
Wow.
Including myself.
Would repeat.
Brian, Steve DeSilva, Chris, and Eric all believed that Josh would take the T-Boner home. 2 people believed that Miles would do it. It was a one-time winner. And he holds the record of the worst of all time still. It's Josh believed that, and Miles believed that he would take that crown. Okay. Chris, 2 people voted for Chris, Almonte and Ian. They both thought Chris would take it again. He's the one-time winner. 3 children, so we all know how that's a
right.
That's
huge
a
factor.
hindrance.
Huge factor.
And they were right. I don't know why I just glossed over that. Steve, Almonte, and Ian, you were right. The three child rule holds up.
Almonte and Ian?
Yeah.
So Almonte correctly guessed the winner and the T-Boner. Wow. He guessed that he would win it, and that Chris would get the T-Boner.
Chris would take it too. Wow. Did anybody? So did Ian pick a?
Ian picked himself to win, and then guessed right on the T-Boner.
Hubris is what that is. It's hubris. And Benjamin.
Too close to the sun.
Speaking of hubris, You actually no, the opposite of hubris.
Yep.
Humility. You picked yourself as the T-boner.
Oh yeah. I thought it was going to be a
but
bad day.
yeah, no, you were wrong.
Wasn't
Close
as bad.
I'm glad nobody picked me. I was certainly in the running all year.
Same.
So, yeah, there you go. So that's our predictions.
Wow.
We'll see you guys
What a
next year
season.
for that.
Right.
But we've got a lot of news and cues to get.
Half a season.
It really is pretty much half season. I don't even know how I think I put them in the form. All right, let's see. We're gonna really rattle through these
Speed round.
we are known for our not known for our brevity.
Right. Rambling.
Okay. Let's see. What was the last thing that was said before? It's not Christmas. It was fall cleanup. My kids take baths in water hotter than Doss's takes. PS5. Or maybe that was a white power signal. I'm not sure. Your call. It was a kiss face.
Oh, it's it was the kiss
Oh,
face. It's the chef's
like the
kiss.
Chef's kiss. Yeah.
Chef's
okay,
kiss.
yeah, yeah.
Mwah.
We already talked about. Yeah. We talked about that. Okay. Oh, you got your couch.
Still good. It's broken in.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what week this was, but probably week 9 or 10.
It was Pats Jets Monday night game.
Oh yeah, good call. Yeah. Okay, so that was week 9.
Yep.
Did we talk about? All right. So I'm not going to put the questions on the screen this time because who's got the time? Who's got the time? Chris said final leaf cleanup has been completed. Not much to celebrate otherwise these days. So okay. Almonte said my kids take baths in water hotter than Doss's takes.
Love it.
You did a chef's kiss for PS5. Eric said still on the land search. Anyone got any leads for land? Ian says, hot take, the Bills will make the AFC Championship game this year.
Ooh.
Well, that's a correct Amundo take.
Boom. Got him.
Steve D says, do you think another quarantine will be put in place? Thus far, not full on, but, you know.
There was like a bit of a, not like a lockdown, but like a pause that was instituted in December.
Pause. Yes.
So
December.
it's probably,
So this is probably
for Rhode
after
Island's
this
sake,
question. Yeah.
as close as it got, but.
Miles says, would you rather have a hot tub or pool in your backyard?
Hot tub or pool? That's a good question. I think I would want to go pool because I would expect more use out of that. But I mean, a hot tub is kind of nice.
Yeah, I'm a full hot tub.
Yeah.
Full hot tub. Oh.
I mean, you a full hot tub.
Oh, Christ. Okay, moving on. Brian said none, which again, thank you. I said we bought a house in Barrington, big yard, so any riding lawnmower suggestions? So I think Eric has a riding lawnmower. I think Steve is angling for one, but I'm not sure if he's got the yard to back it up.
Okay.
But he's got the shed to do so because he built that shed.
that's right
I
too,
think
yes.
Chris might have one, and I don't know about anybody else. So if you guys have any suggestions, try not to, break the bank, but I also don't want to not break the bank. I want to ride in style. I also want to get the job done.
Right.
All right, so that was week 9. Let's move on. When's the next podcast? Yeah, good question.
You're looking at it. What up? New year.
I guess, no, we already did that. That one was, okay. Chris says, feeling good about my chances this week. So, I mean, he won the T-boner, so that probably didn't work out
It's an
well.
individual week. It's fine.
What's the funniest thing that's happened since the pandemic?
The funniest thing that's happened since the pandemic?
In about a year, essentially. Yeah. What's the funniest thing of the year?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, maybe the Bernie meme now.
Now.
Currently, the Bernie meme is...
Jesus, where
yeah.
isn't... I did see a funny tweet that was like, man, where haven't you guys put Bernie? And someone quote tweeted it and said in the Oval Office.
Oh, damn. It's true, but been very funny. Funny thing that, yeah, I think the Bernie meme for now. Just because it's on top of mind. Other funny things.
I mean, I don't know. Can't think of anything that's like jumping out. It's like, oh man, that was hilarious in a pandemic.
Yeah.
But
okay. Josh said nothing today. Again, thank you, Josh. Almonte said, tailgating in the neighborhood, got the dads together, flat top grill, breakfast sandwiches, steak and cheese for lunch. Gonna have a good time.
Wow.
I bet it was a good time. That sounds like
a great time.
Miles says, Molly's dance recital is today at the Stadium Theater.
Oh.
I did a bunch of shows at the Stadium Theater growing up. Huge
nice.
theater, beautiful. Parents/siblings only. I wasn't invited. Masks only go in to watch your own kid. Real improvement to last year, in my opinion. Because those things go on forever. They go on for like 3 straight hours, and they don't put like the young kids first, and the next ones they like kind of scatter them about. It's wonderful because they're having a great time. All right, Eric says, "What is your favorite Christmas gift as a kid?"
Ooh, favorite Christmas gift as a kid would have to be
Probably a Razor scooter.
I was gonna say a PlayStation.
Damn, PlayStation, the OG PlayStation.
OG.
Oh, the
Yep.
gray baby.
Yep, the gray baby.
Very nice.
It was good. Good times.
Benjamin says, "How's everyone spending Thanksgiving? I'll be at my usual small family gathering, 5 max.
Yep. And
We
it
just
was-
kept it, the 3 of us, me and Quinny and Tiff. We made a lovely large dinner. We made a bunch of stuff actually, and then we did a bunch of shit. It was a good time.
Nice. That's awesome, man.
No, it was good. You know, it was quiet.
Right.
But it was
Right.
good. We did some FaceTime with the fam. We did a different fam and all that. And Brian says none. Thank you again, Brian. Ian says, "Where should I order my championship ring from?" Hope you didn't pre-order it, buddy.
Woo, boy, the hubris strikes again.
And I said, "Any good tips for making it through the long winter fast approaching?" Here's a tip: buy a house and just spend all your time there. Do everything all the time.
You have been nonstop.
Oof.
I mean, understandably
stop.
so, but
Can't stop. Just can't stop. Not even won't stop.
can't
Just can't
stop.
stop.
I
Just
literally
unable to
cannot stop. Please help me.
Any other tips for the winter?
The winter.
Yeah.
Bundle up.
Bundle up. Good. Always. Okay. All right. So then I moved on to what are you thankful for? Is what I asked.
Yep.
Benjamin said, "Oh, I said, what are you thankful for in 2020?" And you said, "Its conclusion."
Yep.
Yep. Ian says, "Starting my new job." Steve Silva says, "The NHL coming back." Miles says, "Christmas and taking some time off." Almonte says, "Hopefully more football, but not looking good." For the Patriots, I would imagine. And
It's sustained.
Josh says, "Hopefully for things to start getting back to normal." I think we all share that sentiment. Eric says, "Slow season at work and taking my 4th week of paternity leave right before Christmas." I bet that was very nice.
That's awesome.
Then we had Chris, "Looking forward to some snow and a nice week of vacation after Christmas." There you go. And
Very
Brian
nice.
says, "More of my best players getting injured each week." Keeping it fantasy focused,
Yep,
and I
that's
like
it.
that. That's how you get Brian to answer questions. If you ask things that he can answer in a fantasy
And it's a
way.
fantasy context.
And I said,
Brian
closing on
Jermaine.
our house, Christmas, and having like 2 straight weeks off, and New Year's. I gave 3 answers for the one question. Okay,
Fantasy-
best
answer basket.
purchase.
Best purchase.
Chris says, "The one my wife didn't make from Amazon."
Hey,
oh, I'm walking here.
Hey, no respect, I tell you.
Josh Uglo says, "Beer was his best purchase." No specific type.
What's for dinner? Bum,
It's
bum, bum.
what's for dinner and dessert. Steve Silva says, "A golf push cart or the apartment." He moved into his own place.
Yes, he did.
I would say it's not really as much of a purchase as a commitment, and I would imagine a rental.
Investment.
Unless he's bought it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
follow them.
but the golf push cart thing, that is a hot tip. You can get those usually at like Salvation Army for like $5. Or like $10, who knows? But they're worth it because you can just instead of lugging your bag around or going into a cart, you just get a nice
Hiring a
brisk walk.
caddy. I mean,
You know, he's been golfing all the time. I think he golfed today. I'm pretty sure he golfed
Really?
yesterday. Oh yeah, he's keeping it up as long as the snow's on the ground.
keeping up with the
He
Joneses.
can keep it going.
Not mad.
Almonte says indoor golf simulator hasn't helped my game much, but it has helped my beer drinking.
Hey,
He and Josh can get together and drink
Right.
beer together
Just-
because they both like beer.
beer and golf.
I wonder. I bet
indoors.
that golf simulator is pretty cool though.
It's got to be. It's like something I wish I had come across as a kid. You know, like the movie Blank Check. I would have gotten that indoor golf simulator
Well,
as a
if it was
kid.
blank check times, it would have been a shitty simulator. Now, these days, it would
Now,
they're
you
just
put a
yeah,
VR headset
it's
on
funny.
and
get-
you are Tiger Woods.
What if you have like a treadmill? I don't know what you have. I don't know how it goes. But
Right.
Brian says, Ben says, "I think we all know what my best purchase was because it dominated my portion of this section for most of the season.
Yep.
It was your couch.
Yep.
And then
correct.
your PS5, probably. So,
Yep.
there you go.
The back-to-back for sure.
The couch still good?
Still hold me down. It is still very comfortable. Yeah, it's great. And then PS5 is also hold me down.
There you go. Brian says a new desk chair for his COVID home office.
Very nice.
Ian says a nanny over the summer. Yeah, that's a good. That's money well spent right there. I tell you that.
Right.
Miles says a 10-foot inflatable pool, which he helped me source a couple of those too, and I agree with him. It was a good one. Eric says wife's new wheels, necessary upgrade for 3 kids. I believe they got a Hyundai Palisade.
Oh,
which
okay.
we've been looking at, not looking at, but like looking around at.
Right.
You know, the idea of having a larger car, and those are some lovely whips.
Yeah, I believe
Got the
that.
nice the lights that go like meh on the sides. They're not even like full lights. They're just
Oh,
on the side.
yeah.
They're a nice vehicle. We both are Hyundai owners as well.
We are. Sonata faithful.
So you know we like the Japanese. Are they Japanese? Korean?
Hyundai. I want to say Korean.
Well,
Only one way to find out.
Regardless. Let's see what's
Hyundai.
All right, let's jam through the last of these because I'm starting to get really hungry. I haven't done anything for that. Brian said none. He made no best purchases, no worst purchases, all neutral purchases for Brian.
Wow.
And to me, I said it's a tie between the drone,
The drone.
the Sonos Move, which I love, and the JBL Link View, which is like it's in the kitchen over there. It's got the really decent, really good speakers, and it's got an 8-inch Google Home screen. It's like a Google Home.
Yeah, I can actually see it right from
it's
here.
great. I mean,
Nice.
you can do everything, and they updated it, and it's really, really good now.
Sick.
Brody, shut the hell up.
Seoul, South Korea. Origin country. Hyundai.
Oh, there you go. Best meal of the year, I believe it was.
Oh, best meal of the year?
Yeah, and so Brian said,
I forget what I answered on that.
Thanksgiving at home. Very nice. Brian's brother, Steve, said the next one. Miles said Matunic lobster roll on the beach.
That's a good meal.
Ben said, I ate like shit all last year, so all of them, lol.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's still.
Josh said hibachi back when we could go out to eat. Eric said TBD, which is tender broiled dumplings.
I was
I
a
think
tender
that's what it is.
biscuit drain.
Tender drain? Tender biscuit drain? All
It's
right.
like the grease after.
Not great. Okay, tender broiled dumplings is what we're going to go
Broiled
with.
duck.
Chris said Christmas Eve lasagna.
Oh, that's.
Ben again said I ate like shit, so all of them lol. You must have submitted
Probably
twice.
submitted twice.
I said this bomb pizza that we got that is very thick and very delish.
Oh.
It's from Federal Hill Pizza, not from Federal Hill. They have one there, but they have one in Warren. And and it's the Altaglio, which is like a real thick pizza.
Ooh.
Delicious. Almonte said homemade chili, and Ian said homemade gnocchi made by yours truly.
Okay.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
Very good.
All right. I think this has got to be the last one. Oh, no. Oh, there's so many more. Okay. New Year's resolutions. Josh said to save money. Chris said to rein in my wife's Amazon addiction, which is just a recurring thing. Miles says probably try exercise for the 10th year in a row. Steve Silva said lose weight.
Same.
Eric said drop the quarantine 15. A pelotoning for days. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Eric who said that. Brian said
Peloton,
no. Brian just said no to New Year's resolutions. That's
Not
fine.
fancy football talk.
Ian
or
said to
Thanksgiving
see
at home.
people more. It's not about fantasy football, so he could not give a shit. Ben said reset across the board. And I said brevity, because I want to be a little bit more, explain my... It's a work in progress.
It's a resolution. It's not like a conclusion. You're getting there.
Yeah, it's gonna, yeah.
It's gonna take time.
What are you looking forward to? I had asked also.
Okay.
You said getting out of 2020. We did it.
We
We're
did it.
here.
Woo! 2021, baby.
Miles says redoing the bathroom, maybe a solar on the roof.
Oh,
Chris
nice.
says going back to men's league hockey. This father figure is in need of additional exercise. Ian said actually seeing people again. And Steve Almonte said family gatherings that don't require pre-quarantines. Brian said COVID vaccine. Eric said building/buying a new house. Josh said trip to Jamaica for friend's wedding in December. There you
Nice.
go. Well, yeah, it's
That'll be
exciting.
good.
What a lovely thing to look forward to.
Right.
Steve De Silva said end of COVID, and I said our first get together at the new house, and also selling our current house. And then, for Christ's sake, I'm just gonna go just blast through these. You don't even have to answer. Brian says none. Great. Eric says still looking for land. Anyone got land? Please give me land. Please, please give me that. Give me your land.
Sweet land.
Steve said what to get the kids for Christmas. We got her a teepee, and we got her a bunch of other really cute things, and a little easel, and just fun things. We didn't even like wrap half of it, which is kind of like put it out there.
Hey,
anyway,
it's here.
because she's not even 2. So
Right.
Ben says, who wins the big one? I say Chiefs repeat. There you go. So you got your little. You said Ravens originally.
I did. Yeah.
Now you got the Chiefs, so you're double dipping. That's fine. That's fine. What off-season rule change do we expect to not happen this year? Also, hold on. I'm just kidding. I haven't gotten to the end of it. Also, how is our overall pick'em percentage in comparison? Okay, why can't I? To prior years. Oh. I can't. I'll tell you what the percentages are, but I can't compare them. I don't have time. I'm very busy. Ian says this podcast is sort of like Santa. It only shows up once a year, and you just have to believe. I believe is what he said. I just kind of filled in the blank. You just have to believe it exists. And I said, Steve Almonte said, have you been getting my other questions? And then I just talked about the house again. We got a house. We're getting I'm working for 2 weeks. That was a while ago.
Right.
And then I think I'm pretty sure I should just stop asking questions. So I think that might be everything. Brian won the NCAA football championship. We should.
Oh yes.
He didn't win it. He won Pick'em.
Right.
We should also congratulate Steve Almonte for winning our fantasy football league, the very thing that brings us all together.
Yes. Congratulations.
He beat Ian, I think. Brian? He beat Brian? Was it Brian that he beat? Who knows? No one remembers the second place person. I think that he beat Brian.
I don't remember.
I think he beat Brian. I don't know. As far as Pick'em goes, to answer part of Chris's question, the best Pick'em person was Eric. He was 166 and 79. He had a 67.8% correct. Wow. That's pretty good. It's really good. Overall, as a
shooting range right there.
As a group, we were about 63.2%, which is still, I think, pretty good. Although picking not against the spread, we probably should be higher. But I think we all kind of get a little bandwagony and just go for it. We get a lot of and so when we get those everyone wrong, that's what really kicks us all down.
Everything.
The rest of the worst, the very worst was Steve Almonte. He was at 58.4%. He was 143 and 102.
Really? I felt like
he
I had
took a lot of chances. Steve,
horrible
and also
Pick'em year.
He took a lot of chances, and he also forgot to submit a lot. So he got a lot of away teams or whatever the rule was. I think next year it'll be underdogs. You have to if you don't submit in time, and I'm very, very generous with the time, as I think a lot of us know.
It's true.
As long as you tell me you haven't seen anything, I could give a shit. So, but anyway, you still get in on time, obviously, everyone.
Please, thank you.
But I think next year I'm gonna make you. The default will be the underdogs. So that way
which feels like.
That seems like probably what it should have always been.
Right.
Very quickly to move on, we have the second worst was Miles, 150 and 97 at 60.7%. The third worst was me at 151 and 95 at 61.4%. And then we had a two-way tie at 100 and I missed Ian. Ian also was terrible. He was at 145 and 99 at a 59.4% clip. Ben and Brian and Steve De Silva, all of you were 161 and 80. Okay, it's a little bit, tiny bit off, but whatever. You were about 66%. So 2 out of 3. So it's pretty good.
Decent.
Pretty good.
So it was interesting too because I I won a half a weekend.
Yeah,
so I didn't have any wins.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll list those out as well. The top winner thus far. This is current too, so this includes playoffs.
Right.
Is Brian has 3.5 wins.
Okay.
Steve DeSilva and myself have 3 wins.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
and then we have Eric has 2.5. Josh has 2. Yeah. And then Miles has 1.5. Chris has 1.5. Ian has 1. Steve Amonte has 1. And yes, you bring up the rear at 0.5.
Yeah.
I will collect that money in time, but after the season's done. And we're not doing a Pro Bowl because there's no Pro Bowl game this year.
Right.
So there's only 2 more weeks left. Yep. By the time you hear this, there'll only be 1 or 0 weeks left.
We'll be 2 weeks into
There will be very little editing in this video, though, to be fair. So, anything else? Anything else? We were putting up rails for the kitchen earlier. That's what we were just hanging out.
And
Tiff's out of town. Baby's upstairs sleeping. Swan song for this house, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you're pretty much like what 2 or 3 weeks out, ish.
Yeah. I mean,
month
in
tops.
a perfect world, it's like 10 days out. But you know,
in an ideal world, yeah.
really, in a perfect world, it's like 7 days out. Actually, if I'm being honest.
Really?
We'll see. I still got to put an entire
That is
kitchen
utopia.
in, so. Yeah, not like settled in, but actually just all of our shit over
out
there.
in right.
So,
sheesh.
Yeah, you know, good
Swan
season of
song
football as far as fantasy goes.
Yeah, I'm surprised yes, fantasy definitely.
Plenty of ups and downs.
I was surprised that the season just even completed. To be quite honest, I expected multiple points across the way for it to just like nope, too many cases or contact tracing, eliminating which we did see the whole Saints running back staff gone.
All the Denver quarterbacks.
Denver Broncos
gone.
QB team ghosts, the whole unit. We saw, but fortunately that was the closest it got, was just contact tracing wiping out just a whole depth chart of positions. But shocked, but also fortunate that they were able to do the right things and get it going. And now we're looking at the vaccine rolling out in the mix of it. So
we don't have an idiot as president anymore.
Also true.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Who actually cares about other people, which is good.
Right.
So
right.
It seems like a good thing to have.
Right. And Dr. Fauci saying by the fall, expect the beginnings of some kind of normalcy.
I'd rather stop at some point.
Oh, okay. But yeah. Yep. Normalcy, 2021.
Normalcy 2021.
Let's go.
Yeah. Good. Good. Okay. Yep. Well, there'll be a lot of angle of me.
Right. And I mean, I looked at this camera a few times, but I definitely was given some love over here as well. So
mostly giving love over there. Yeah. Well,
it's all good.
At some point the camera cut off, but I don't know when it was. So we'll have to find out. But it'll be a lot of a blurry you talking when.
Yes.
Yes.
Which is fun.
So, just here we are.
Just 2 guys.
This wasn't even set up. This
right.
It just.
Yeah. I'm not even.
There wasn't even
I'm acting as if there are cameras in Mike's setup, but
always.
I know they're not.
Yeah. I'm always performing in some way.
Right.
But yeah.
So you have to stay creative. You know what I mean? And that's how you do it.
And just look for the me. I'm kidding.
Get to the meat.
You have no idea what that means. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. Shit, did I coin that now?
Yeah, I think you did.
Damn it.
You son of a bitch. So, yeah. All right, well, that's the end of this podcast.
Oh, 2021. We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We did it, folks.
We live, baby.
We did it, Joe. We made it to 2021.
We did. All right. There'll be many more podcasts, or maybe not, in 2021. Who knows? We have no idea.
So many opportunities for podcasts.
You just got to believe, as Ian said. You just got to believe in the Bills, too. You got to believe in the Bills.
I guess for the purposes of live predictions.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I predict Packers, Bills, Super Bowl. Let's go.
Packers, Bills, Super Bowl. That sounds like a great Super Bowl. I love that.
Yep. I like the story behind it.
I will be contrarian.
Mm-hmm. Chiefs Bucks.
I'll say
You're
Chiefs
gonna
Bucks.
ride?
I'm sticking with my prediction, baby. I don't want that to happen. I want the Bills to win. I want the Bills to beat the Chiefs. I think that'd be really exciting for Ian. And
Mahomes is a go. Mahomes is a go, but who knows how he's feeling? We're going to see.
And I was talking with a coworker of mine earlier today who has had a concussion this year or last year.
Yep.
And he and I were agreeing that if Patrick Mahomes plays and he gets a concussion,
gets his bell rung,
then that jeopardizes his career.
Right.
And so
Troy Aikman got 8.
I honestly would I would understand if the Chiefs were to have held him out.
Absolutely.
This for the AFC Championship
Absolutely.
game. And let Chad Henne cook.
And anything is possible.
Anything's
possible.
Absolutely. So yeah, and then they lose. Who cares? You've still got the best, a generational quarterback.
Right.
But if you play him, and if he gets hurt, I hope this isn't right. I hope this isn't prophetic.
Right.
And by the time I actually edit this in 2 months, we're like, oh my God, he predicted it. He said it would be really awful.
You jinxed the Chiefs fan base. Jinxed the Chiefs.
But then Ian's like, thanks, man.
You broke our curse though, buddy.
Broke our curse. Although their curse would be getting to the Super Bowl and losing.
Well, right. So
they've always been to the wedding, but they've never
always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
That's what I was. Yeah. Always a bridesmaid at a wedding. Never a bride at a wedding.
They've been the DJ, but never were a groom.
Yep. We all know that statement. Anyway.
Classic, legendary.
All right, as always, don't give out your social security number.
Keep it sleazy.
Wear your
Wear
your mask.
Oh.
And here we go.
Keep
it sleazy.
Please and thank you.
I wasn't saying wear your mask now. I was just saying in general, when you're out in the world.
We are social distancing, so